Where are we going to today, Hannah?
Going to Nice. London, Luton.
London, Luton. Nowhere near London.
It might be this moment that I fell in love with this place.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you.
Good morning. It is ridiculous o'clock in the morning, but we are going. Where are we going to today, Hannah?
Oh, we're going to Nice.
We're going to Nice and Monaco. Come with us. We'll see you in the morning. No, it is the morning. We'll see you in a bit when we've had some coffee. Bye. It's that early, the lights are off.
Our journey today starts on the Dart, an automated people mover that's going to take us from the airport parkway station to the airport.
Got our tickets to ride on the Dart. £9 to do a 5-minute journey. It's expensive, but it will get us there.
The Luton Dart was opened in 2023, replacing a shuttle bus that used to cost just £2. It runs from Luton Airport Parkway to just across from the airport terminal building. The journey is just 1.3 miles and takes under 5 minutes. It's a cable linear automated people mover, and whilst the system itself is incredibly cool, the £4.90 per person single ticket cost is crazy expensive for what it is.
So we're at the Dart station.
Yeah.
The next Dart is in 9 minutes.
And our flight is there. It's not been cancelled, which is good, because I'd be really annoyed if it was.
Yeah, however, we've just got a notification via email that it's changed,
Yeah.
and we may need to check in again. So
Yeah, and our seats are may have changed as well. Our seat allocation.
as long as we're sitting together, that's the main thing.
Yeah. But don't I?
Don't know. EasyJet, get out there.
The new Dart station itself is cavernous and futuristic looking. It reminds me of some of the stations on the Jubilee line extension actually. At this time of the morning, Darts were running around every 10 minutes or so it wasn't long before one was pulling into the station, which is really good actually as there's not anywhere to sit.
This shuttle is ready to depart.
I can't really show you any of the views of the journey as it was 4 AM and pitch black outside. Whilst on the journey though, Hannah did Google why is Luton, and the first option was why is Luton so bad?
We are approaching the airport. Please have your ticket ready to exit the station. Please hold the handrail.
Get out there. Look.
A horde of people on their way to Luton Airport.
London, Luton.
London, Luton. Nowhere near London. So she must be going EasyJet.
Look, I found my chocolate.
Class T as confectionery.
No, but I'd like that as a gift.
Oh.
I'd be happy with.
Ooh, chocolates. It's the breakfast of champions now.
It is. But they're Luton warm hash browns.
One of the nice things about Burger King at Luton Airport, apart from the lukewarm hash browns that is that you get a nice view out onto the apron. And as we are awaiting our gate calling, we watched the sunrise and did a little bit more shopping.
Hello. I'm excited now.
Yeah, me too. Oh, it's a shame there's some.
The flight today was going to be on EasyJet, the bright orange low-cost carrier from Europe. It's been a while since I've been on an EasyJet flight and I've always found them in the past to be pretty decent. Today was hopefully not going to be an exception to that. We did, however, seem to take an age to get everyone on board. This was a full to brim service with no spare seats, so hopefully it wouldn't feel too claustrophobic.
There was a Ryanair.
It was pretty busy out there this morning, and I think I counted as being about 6th or 7th in the queue as we taxied down to the runway. Lots and lots of EasyJet planes, which isn't surprising with Luton being a major hub for them. But finally we were lined up and ready to take off.
Oh my god.
As we climbed up from Luton Airport's runway, we headed out over the green farmland of the home counties and up through the mist of the early morning. Each metre higher we got, the teasing blue sky was drawing nearer and nearer, until we finally popped out through the grey cloud into the bright morning sun and some gorgeous blue sky. Holiday was on its way. It's just a shame that the windows were scratched and grimy, meaning the camera had a hard time actually seeing that sun. But trust me, it was there. Flight time to Nice is around 2 hours, and as we're soaring high above France, we pass the rolling hills of Burgundy, vineyards of Provence, but the real treat, the Alps. On clear days they're unmissable, jagged peaks stretching endlessly beneath us like nature's own fortress. And then comes the descent. The plane tilts gently and suddenly, there it is. Nice welcomes us, not with city streets, but the sea. We approach the airport low, skimming across an endless blue canvas. It almost feels like we're about to land on the water. And if we were sat on the other side, just before the wheels kiss the tarmac, we'd have spotted palm trees swaying, the Promenade des Anglais stretching along the shore, and a hint of what was to come in our next few days.
Oh.
Welcome to Nice. Nice Côte d'Azur Airport, Terminal 2 to be exact. Passport control was painless, with us having nothing to declare and just hand luggage. One stamp in our passport later and we were out within 10 minutes. A quick look around Relay, the French equivalent of WH Smith, and then out to the sun, palm trees and Alps backdrop of Nice. Look at that sun.
I love Nice.
And after that we were straight out and onto the Nice tram. If you've not already seen my video on the Nice tram network and how it is the most invaluable thing to get the hang of when you're spending time here, then go and check it out now. I'll drop a link for you in the description, and whilst you're there I'd absolutely love it if you could like, subscribe or drop me a comment below. Having you come along with us for the journey is part of the fun. We hopped over to our hotel, the Ibis, right by the train station, and if you want to see a room tour of that, then check out our full video on that. But once our bags were dropped off, we were back out to enjoy the sun. No time wasted here. And our first stop was the Place Masséna, the beating heart of Nice, a square that has a blend of, Italian charm and French flair. It pretty much sums up Nice to a T. Gorgeous place. We then headed over to the Cours Saleya Market. Nestled in the old town, this market is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a mixture of fresh fruit, pastries, other baked goods, lavender, soaps, flowers, everything. It's open 7 days a week and it's the perfect spot for a little lunch.
What?
There's just so many choices of what to eat here. We were really overwhelmed, in honesty. We picked up some fresh strawberries and other fruits, but we really fancied something warm. And the one thing that everyone had said to us before coming to Nice was, you gotta try the soccer. And as well as saying you've got to try the soccer, we were told you gotta go to citrusy. So we did. Tucked away in the heart of the Cours Saleya Market, citrusy is a local legend, and we found out why. It's the soccer. But the queue for this is massive. We were here easily half an hour before we got some soccer, so while we were waiting we got a nice slice of pizza, and that helped. Sizzling trays of soccer are delivered by bike to the nostalgic charm of a wood-fired oven dating back to 1867. This place served us a slice of traditional Niçois food with soul. Soccer is essentially chickpea pancakes. I know, I thought so as well. It doesn't sound great, but actually, wow, try them. They are amazing.
Go on then, try some. Am I in the way? No. Is it nice?
Yeah, it is nice.
And what better location to eat our lunch is there than perched on the edge of the beach watching the waves, palm trees behind us and pebbled beach in front. This is the life. No table reservation needed, no fancy menu, just some tasty street food, great company and gorgeous scenery. It might be this moment that I fell in love with this place. Simple pleasures like this remind me why I love travelling. It's not about visiting expensive tourist spots, it's about moments like this, a sea breeze, a quiet bite, and a front row seat to the French Riviera. And that's my big tip. If you're ever in Nice, skip the overpriced beachfront cafes, grab a local bite from the market, find your own spot on the beach, and enjoy. All this was less than a tenner.
Buttocks.
I don't know, it's just something about being here.
It's gorgeous.
Heading back from the beach, we took a walk back via Place Masséna. We took some photos and basically just soaked it all up as we didn't get much time earlier. This place is historic, but also modern. You've got the tram network now zipping up and down here on battery power. When they built the tram network line through here, they specifically used technology that meant that they didn't need to hang up overhead wires like with most tram networks. I'm so glad they did that, as I think it would have just spoiled what is such a gorgeous place. You'll see later as well that it looks just as gorgeous as night too. Seeing all these trams, however, gives us an idea of what we're going to do for the next part of our day. Jumping on a Line 2 tram, we're going to head all the way to the end of the line at the port, Bourg-l'Empire. The port of Nice is situated on the eastern side of the city, just past Castle Hill. The port has been here since the 1700s and is a mix of scenic promenade and working port. Luxury yachts dwarf what I would say are the most beautiful parts of this port. Rows and rows of brightly pastel coloured fishing boats with cute names. You can perch on the harbour wall and have a little snack. There's an absolutely gorgeous chocolate shop just round the corner. Take my word for that. Or you can walk down the pontoons just soaking up the atmosphere. This doesn't have the razzmatazz of Port Hercule in Monaco, but then I think that's part of its charm. It's just quiet, peaceful, beautiful. Once we'd finished at the port, we decided to take a walk around via Castle Hill back towards the beach. The first thing you'll go by on this route is the absolutely breathtakingly large monument for those killed in World War II. This really is breathtaking. There's the infamous I Love Nice sign, much more busy than the airport one. This route takes probably about 45 minutes at a slow pace, maybe a little longer if you're going to have a stop along the way to look out over the sea, have a sit down or just meander. And I'd recommend doing that. Just spend some time people watching or just being in the moment. And if you're lucky enough, you might get to hear some live music along the way.
So much space. I remember when I lost my mind. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice.
And as the evening drew in, it was time for some dinner. Back in the market, the bustling stalls had been packed away to be replaced with street dining for each of the restaurants. The smells of each establishment, along with the menus outside, giving you a flavour of what was on offer. We settled for Cours Saleya, an Italian restaurant which did a beautiful melting stracciatella with truffle. This was insanely creamy and went amazing with the fresh bread. We were too consumed with the food to take videos of the mains, but here's a couple of photos. They were beautiful. After dinner, we went for a walk around the old town. This area is packed full of food, gelato shops, art galleries, churches, and shops selling pretty much anything you can think of. I can highly recommend walking through the old town, either in the day or the night. We did both numerous times in our trip and found that each time we went out, we discovered something new to see. It's like a living postcard, fresh food and laughter echoing off centuries-old walls. It's a vibe that you just wouldn't get in the UK. Cosy wine bars tucked into hidden corners, lively restaurants spilling out onto the street. It's romantic, it's cinematic, and the alleyways feel like secret passageways to another era. It just feels alive. It probably is, but it doesn't feel touristy. It feels like the locals are out here enjoying it too. we finished off a perfect day with a lovely romantic cuddle on the beach, watching planes come to land at the airport. Thank you so much for coming along with us on day 1 of our Nice trip. We'll have a new video up in the coming week of day 2, when we headed over to Monaco. So if you want to watch that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until then, take care.